So we've got a lot of the model together, built the bombs, got the bomb racks sorted, our models together, the air filters have been, or the oil coolers have been fitted. We're all ready. So all we got to do now was to mask the cockpit. So I've done quite a bit of it already by hand, as I always do. I tend to mask up constantly. I like doing this bit, to be honest, but I have had some coffee and I've got a bit of the twitches, so this is no easy feat. Right, so I want, just using frog tape, ordinary frog tape. It will leave residue a little bit, which can be cleaned off easily with isopropanol on a cocktail stick, on a cotton wool bud, Q-tip, whatever you want to call it. But what we're going to do, we've got this last piece to mask, so I thought I'll do it on camera so that everybody can see what I'm doing. Okay, so the first piece, we're just lining it up, lay it down. There is a full video of me doing this and teaching people how to do it, but it's very simple, as you can see. Just score it in with a cocktail stick, pushing the frog tape, tomato tape, or whatever you want to use in, so we've got something to cut to. Just making sure it's all good. Now, the trick to this is a very, very sharp scalpel blade and very steady hand. Now, you try not to go from an edge to an edge, so all we do is pull the blade, just, we're not trying to cut into the plastic, we're just trying to cut through the tape, and then take right. I need to lift it to the best way to do it is to lift it to the light. Let me take the servo on so you can see where I am. Sorry if there's noise, but I'll change that back in a mo. So all we're doing is following the cockpit up and gently, I suppose this has gone out of focus, that didn't work. Okay, I have to do it low and hope it's going to work for me. So just following the edges. Obviously there are a lot of smaller models which you won't be able to find the framework very easily. That requires a completely different job, and there we go, that's that side done. Pull up the other side. I have got Dudley in here, that can't be avoided. He's family and he can go wherever he likes. So again, we've got a little bit more messing around this time, but we're just feeding it in so we can see exactly what we're doing. Checking everywhere that needs to be checked. So the first thing what I'll do is to cut the smaller hole out. I'm surprised how difficult this is out in camera. And we're just letting the blade follow the inside of the framework. Like so. Rid of the piece, and then we've got the outside of the framework. He says taking the wrong piece out. Where did that go? Right, see, even I make mess ups. And what we'll do, we'll get another piece, a bit stickier. Lay it on, knock it in again. That will float down in the end, or flatten down, not float. And then rubbing it all in again so we've got our framework showing. Quite simple. Right, so this time what we're going to do, because I messed up last time, I'm going to go around the outside. Just gently letting the blade follow the outside of the screen. The harder you try with this, the more it seems to not work properly. That's that bit. Okay, looking through. So that bit's got a straight edge to it there. Then we come round all the way round the edges. I suppose you can't see that. And we're going to go right the way round so we can leave that mask in place there. Hopefully take this piece off. That's the hope. Anywhere that hasn't quite got it, we just lift. Better. Right, and so we come round. And then just lift that outer area out, off, just like so. So we've now masked that bit. Okay, right, so there's a piece here that goes across, straight up to the top, again, right down, then along. Advice, don't drink coffee before you do this, if you ever do it, because that isn't the best thing to do. Just looking at the top there and seeing where that goes. Oh, there's a little tiny bit there. Like so. So that should now lift off. Just have to have a look. And that bit comes off there like so. So that's that bit masked, not a problem. Right, so another couple of pieces. And we're just going to lay this across. Lay it down flat. Make sure it's all in. Just if you hold it up to a light, you can see a lot better. Obviously I'm not doing that at the moment because of the film, and you wouldn't be able to see it at all. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, I'm checking to see what goes on. So first part is we need to now score across. You're basically scoring. You don't want to hit into the plastic too hard in case you do make a fluff up. It does happen. So with the edge again, and we're dragging the knife blade across, and at the front the same. so that we get it right across. We can take all this off. Like so. That's that side. Same piece of paper or piece of masking tape. Like I said, this does have properties where it leaves, sometimes leaves a little mark behind, but you can, as I said, bit of isopropyl on a cotton wool bud, not a problem. Okay, right, just to make sure it's all down. Right to the corner, bring up the framework. Just lift it across. I'll probably go quiet doing this because at the end of the day it's going on my model, so I don't really want to mess it up. Right, and see, it slips, you've got to be very careful, and then draw your blade across and the job's a good one. Okay, simple as that to mask up. It's ready for paint. Now, saying ready for paint, we've got a couple of bits to do. I've got some more internals to do, which I'm going to do. Don't need to show you. It's a case of just the usual things that I've done before. Prime, pre-shade, put them on, and we should be away. There's a gun to make, but the next part of the video will be, hopefully, starting to spray her and to get some paint down on her and see what problems we've got, if we've got any with primer, and we can go from there. Right. Right, as you can see, I've masked what I need to mask. The RLM65 has been painted, and then I realised I hadn't turned the mic on. So, I do apologise for that. So the first 5 minutes of this last part is going to be silent. But what we're going to do now, I'm just going to put a little bit more tape on here. My compressor is starting to die. I'm not sure how far I can go with this now. So just switch this off, so let's hope. She's about 8 years old, I think. I nearly got a new one last year but decided that it'd be okay, and of course as soon as you haven't got the money to get one, this happens. So we'll have to see how we get on. Let's see what we can do. Right, okay, so now we've got some sound. Again, I do apologise. Bit of masking tape just to keep that bit clear. We're going to start masking out the RLM 70, I believe. Or was it 71, the light green? Dunkel green. As you can see, this one, when we did it, was my test bottle, which was sent to me to test out after I'd mixed it, and then young Robert did his bit. So now we're going to layer it down. Now if you can hear the noise in the background, that's Dudley, who's now going to get told off, I think.